Hello, everybody. I'll be getting started in just a minute here. Everybody. Hey, Brown Dwarf. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Oh my god. Seriously, let me get that. Hey, Dark Paranormal Hunter, Magic Smurf, what is going on? Just finishing up here, guys. Waiting for some more people to get on here. Guys, please make sure you smash that like button and share this out. The Haunted Explorers, what is going on? Good to see you. How do you guys like this music? Hey, Little Magic D, what's going on? Good to see you. It's going good, the Haunted Explorers. You legit scared the crap out of me because I was in another tab and I didn't notice the time. Oh, gotcha. You guys like this music? I use it. I'm gonna start using it on my channel a lot more. I have a few songs that I'm gonna start using. Hey, the Sharpshooter, welcome. Just waiting to get some more people here on the stream. It's good to see you, Sharpshooter. Marie Paranormal, True Crazy and Weird, good to see you. Awesome. All right, you guys. So here we go. And I am live. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. My name is John with HSFL Paranormal. Welcome to Let's Hear Your Scariest Paranormal Stories, the live paranormal call-in show. Good to see you, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas. Good news on this stream. I have some amazing news. I became monetized here on YouTube. So now I have a chance to run ads and actually make a little bit of a profit, which is pretty cool. Worked really hard over the last 6 months to grow this channel to where it is now. I treat this as my business. I'm never probably going to get anywhere close to making a living off of YouTube, but it is very, very cool that I have the opportunity to become a partner here on YouTube, which is really sweet. I work really hard on my content. I have a lot of good camera equipment, including, hey, Jen's Journeys, welcome to the stream. I have night vision cameras that shoot in multi-spectrum 4K. I have night vision camera rigs for my iPhone. And soon I will have a GoPro set up. So basically, these lights go on top of my rig, and I can shoot in pure darkness, which is really, really cool. So there you go. That's how I can shoot some of my night shots. Yes, very bright. I have a GoPro coming and a full rig setup for that, so I'm pretty excited. Hey, Fire Kicks Reacts, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good evening so far. Guys, please make sure you share this out on Twitter and tweet this out and share it out on Facebook. I would really, really appreciate it, you guys. You guys are awesome supporters. 10 thumbs up already on the stream. Much love and light to everybody here. Well, shit fire. Yeah, exactly, sharpshooter. Thank you so much for that. That's awesome. I hope you guys like the setup. I'm just doing a regular event. I don't have my buddy Ian here, unfortunately. He couldn't make it tonight, but I am going to be doing my live call-in show here and going to be setting that up. So I will grab that number and let me grab that real quick. Google Voice. So eventually, I'll probably have to set this up in the future as a Streamlabs event, um, which wouldn't be hard to do. I just would have to do all the artwork for it, which wouldn't. It would take me maybe an hour to set that up. But let me get all that here. All right, I might need to create. And where do we go here? Okay. All right. I will be monetized soon too. Awesome, Fire Kicks. That's rad. Okay, so live number to call in to share your paranormal stories. Okay, there we go. There is a live call-in number for Google Hangouts. Make sure you say your channel name when you call in so I know who it is. If the number is restricted, I will not answer it. Marie Paranormal, crazy, true, crazy, and weird. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming by. Much love and light. Did get some tweets out, so let me see real quick here. So Jen's Journey just tweeted this out, so thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So if you guys shout this out, I will shout you out. If you tag me in it at HSFL Paranormal, I will definitely shout out your channel. And same with Facebook. Just let me know. You can tag me in Facebook too at HSFL Paranormal, all one word, and we can definitely set that up. Guys, we have 15 people watching. Thank you so much for joining on. I really appreciate it. Oh my god. This cough has just been relentless. All right. Awesome. Magic Smurf. That would be super, super duper cool. Thank you. Is it me or John, or does Facebook, or does John's face look a little chubbier than usual? I mean it in a funny manner. I'm not sure what you mean, bud. This camera adds 10 pounds, I swear. So guys, definitely make sure you share this out and tweet this out. It's probably all the holiday food, all my grandma's cooking, stuff like that. Probably also because I shaved. If I shave, I look like a little child. When will you be doing this again? I have no voice ATM, but great paranormal story to share. I'm gonna be doing this every Wednesday night from now on. Wow, it seems pretty dead compared to how it looked like it was gonna turn out. So that's always interesting. Thank you guys all for your support. I know there's a few people streaming tonight, so I appreciate all your guys' support. Much love and light. Um, trying to check out the Facebook. 8-bit reactors in the house. James, thank you so much for posting this on my Facebook page. I really appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you so much, Haunted Explorers. Big shout out to you. Thank you for your support, my friend. I do appreciate it. Awesome. Oh, there's a call-in number. It is live if you guys want to call me. If you have a paranormal story, you're welcome to call me and share that out. I really appreciate it, guys. Bet a few more people will be joining in here pretty soon. Anytime. Okay, we got a caller from Kentucky. Hello, you're on the air. Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much, brother.
Good to see you. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I hope my voice doesn't sound too bad.
Oh no, you sound good, man. What's your paranormal story?
A paranormal story. Actually, I had a lot of things that happened when I was young. One thing that came off the head, but I seen like this guy, like it happened to me like on a Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting watching a Jason movie, and me and my nephew were sitting there, and there's a knock at the door, and I went to see who it was, and it was like some guy like in an outfit. He's real tall, and he said he had a crane, like a big crate thing.
Nice.
And he said there was, let's just say he said the B word.
Huh.
But I thought it was just a hoax,
Mm-hmm.
And my mom was like, kidding, nobody's there. But I mean, me and my nephew, we've seen it. And thank God, we haven't seen it, ever since that one time.
Wow. That's really, really interesting. What do you think it was?
I just think it could be like the devil or something.
Something evil and demonic.
Yes. Demons, they could try to come in as good. Usually demons come in and try to make you think they're good.
Yep.
Which, they're not.
Oh, yeah.
And I had one more to tell you. Me and my nephew's downstairs, and there was this like young girl. She had like white on, like a dress, and my nephew was going to the door, and she was like blonde headed, and it looked just like an angel. And I told my nephew to get the door. Her eyes shot red.
Wow. And this was in your childhood home?
Yes. And I think it's haunted, That's, my girlfriend thinks it is. And a friend of mine, he said he heard so many things in that house, but
did the house have a history?
It really scared me, nothing.
Did the house have a history?
Actually, I don't know offhand, but my dad and mom had it like built back in, I think, the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
So we had over 120 kids that used to live there. My mom and dad won an award for, foster care. So, that's how many we had over the period of years, 120 kids. And I was adopted from. And me and my brother and my sister, we're not blood related. We're all, we're all adopted. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, we're all adopted by her.
So it's pretty well known in your family that everybody's kind of experienced their own version of the haunting that went on at that house.
Yes, and one night, I had a friend that used to live with us. He wasn't even there, but I heard like his voice said Kenny, and I was sitting down in the living room. So I noticed something going on there, but then my dad, he passed away in 2009, and we were trying to help him up, and he had like a heart attack. He was like 80, and so I mean, and after my mom passed away, we heard like this big knock out the window. But the weird thing about it is that Deborah's dad said he heard it, and my brother heard it.
Wow.
So, and I know my mom's a hater because she never used any kind of like foul language or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, sorry about my voice if it, you know.
No, you sound good, man. Thank you so much for sharing that story.
I thank you, brother.
I really appreciate it. And real quick, what is your channel name again, so I can have James post your link in the channel?
Kenneth, the Kentucky
Oh, sorry about that, man. I thought I heard Ken, and okay. James, that was Kenneth, the Kentucky fam, who just came up and shared his story. Thank you, Kenneth, so much. Much love and light to you, brother, and to your family as well. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday.
And you and everybody on the stream, you know, to y'all both, too, and much love to everyone.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for calling in, man. I really appreciate it.
All right, brother.
All right, take care.
You too. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, guys, that was Kenneth the Kentucky fam, our first caller of the evening. Dice Golden, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it, my friend. Hey, Native Grammy is in the house. Welcome. Hey, Murad, how you doing? Hope everything is well. Dice Golden just subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. We have 20 people in the house now, guys. That's awesome. Guys, please make sure you smash that like button. All right. Hopefully the stream keeps getting bigger and bigger. Greater audience is much appreciated. Guys, if you would like to support this channel, holy shit, we got some calls in. I got a call from Texas. Woo! Hello, is this Magic Smurf?
Yes, this is Magic Smurf.
Hey, welcome to the stream.
Yeah, sorry it took me a minute.
No problem. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, you said you had some pretty interesting stuff happen. I'm really intrigued to hear what you went through. What was your paranormal story?
Well, there's actually, I've had several.
Oh, wow.
But,
you can share as much as you need to. I really want to hear this. It sounds really, really interesting.
Okay. I'm going to tell you about the first time.
Okay.
This was back in 2002.
Okay.
I was only about 7 years old then. And I can remember my whole parents and family were involved with the sports association, youth sports. And so they were having a thing called casino night. So all the kids who couldn't be a part of it, who were part of the group, who were part of the board, got to stay the night at a friend's house. Now this family, I won't say their names to protect their identities, but they claim to have the most haunted house in town.
Wow.
And being 7 years old, hearing about ghosts, you know, I didn't really think too much about it.
Right.
Because I just had this thought in my young mind that ghosts aren't real, like the boogeyman ain't real, you know. What a 7-year-old might usually think. But, you know, we were in the room, they were all exchanging ghost stories with us. but I still was kind of like, yeah, okay. Now you're just trying to scare us.
Right.
Boy, how wrong was I?
Mm.
The ghost that haunted that house was an elderly lady who died in the home,
Mm-hmm.
and she did not like the fact that people were in her home.
Oof.
I come to the sense of that years later now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my mid-20s now, and I never really knew I was gifted or anything like that. You know, as y'all have seen in chats on other channels. But anyway, so I had to use the bathroom that one night. So it was upstairs on the 3rd floor. This was a 3-story house. I was like, okay. So I went to the bathroom and had to do my business and whatever. So I sensed like someone was behind me. And I didn't know what it was or what I was feeling, but I can just sense that something was right there behind me. And I looked and I turned around and I could see this gray, misty figure. It looked like a slender woman, but it was like a misty gray type of a color.
Right.
So, I'm trying to remember back because it was so long ago, but
yeah, 2002. I mean, it's for some. I mean, like I think I'm probably right around the same age as you. I'm almost 26. Yeah.
I'm
So
almost 24.
nice.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
2002 was a long time ago, guys. That was almost 20 years ago, believe it or not. That was 16 years ago.
Yeah. So I know there's probably more to it than I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
But I can just remember looking at it, and then it was looking at me. I didn't sense I felt like I was in danger. Spirit was friendly to me because the kids there, the family who lived there, always said the spirit was mean to them, but I never got that response. It was friendly, and then it just suddenly disappeared. I was scared at first, but at the same time, I was also intrigued. But, and I can just, now since that's happened and I was gone, I immediately remember getting out of that bathroom and running downstairs into them. And I'm like, and I remember telling them, like, yeah, your house is haunted. I want to get out. Get me out.
I hear you. Yeah, that's pretty spooky.
Yeah. I mean,
wow.
Yeah, I was traumatized a little bit about it.
So it was like like a grayish mist.
Yeah, I couldn't. If it was a full body apparition,
yeah,
it was having a hard time present itself.
So but maybe it was just the remnant energy, and it wasn't it wasn't like a complete haunting, but it had like possession over that home.
Yeah, whatever this spirit they named. Oh, by the way, they named her Gloria. I don't know why, but they named the spirit Gloria. The kids who lived in that home.
Did the kids get that name off a Ouija board or something?
I don't know. I think they did some research into the house or something.
Oh, okay.
Like who were the former owners. And I think they assumed that was the name of the person who died in there and who haunted that home. So, Because back then, you know, back in 2002, if you know, if you wanted to find out a spirit's name or whatever, they didn't have PSP 7s or any spirit boxes like that back then. All they had was a cassette recorder.
Yep, they had stuff like the DDR60 voice recorders. So I mean, they still had the EVP technology. It just wasn't brought into the main light until the 2000, like the mid 2000s and into the 2010s. Is when the paranormal stuff started becoming like mainstream. Um, it's good to see you. I love my creative spirit. I hope you're having a great day. But yeah, like, but I mean, forever, I mean, since the 50s and 60s, it was perfectly okay to play with the Ouija board.
Yeah, and so I really don't know if they ever used a Ouija board, to tell you the truth.
Or some kind of
All
spirit
I knew is I wanted out of that house.
Well, I'm sure.
So, now I'll go to this next story. I suffered. A lot of people who know me, who were a part of my old channel on YouTube, knew that I suffered some pretty big losses in my life. I lost half of my family members are gone because all my family members are older.
Right.
So, I lost my grandfather, who was dad number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's how my grandfather is for me. He's like basically my dad.
Yeah. And basically he suddenly passed, and then whenever it happened, I didn't think of it back then because I didn't know my gift then.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's only just recently I discovered I had a gift. So, anyway, back to I come to the conclusion that he was still earthbound for about a year, maybe 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
His spirit was still earthbound. I remember having dreams every night, vivid.
Wow.
And the most interesting experience for me was when I knew he was still in the garage, like his spirit hanged out in the garage, because that's, in real life, that's where he always was. He was an outdoorsman. He loved being outdoors, loved being in his garage, working on his projects. You know, I came into the garage one time there at his house, and I remember getting something out of the fridge or whatever, and I can just remember feeling an energy there.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew it was him. I wasn't 100% sure on it then, but I knew it was him because, you know, how else, who would it be? You know? I mean,
oh yeah, no, for
he
sure.
was in his garage all the time. And so finally, there was this smoke of cigarettes, Winston cigarettes that he would always smoke because he was a smoker all his life, and I smoked. So he was letting me know he was here, he was around. And so, and he looked, I remember saying, "Hey, Papa, everything's, we're all doing okay.
Mm-hmm. Please
be in peace, He loved having his radio on while he was out in the garage. Mm-hmm. Ever since he died, we never turned the radio on. So I would turn the radio on to a local country station here. And I did that, and the energy just the overwhelming feeling just kind of subsided.
Right.
So maybe he wanted the radio on, or maybe he wanted to let me know he was here. Probably both. Probably something else. I never knew because I never knew.
Absolutely.
Now, Now, just recently, well, his spirit hangs around me, and so does my dad, because I also lost my dad. I lost my dad when I was young. And his spirit, with the help of a medium friend of mine, he comes, and sometimes I'll do spirit box with Ghost Radar or Shack Hack or whatever. And because I know they got something to say.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I've noticed some things here around the house that happened. But then again, I was able to, find out it was them, and they were trying to get my attention. They were wanting to tell me something. So with Spirit Box and a medium friend of mine's help,
Right.
I was, that's about it.
Nice.
I mean, I'm sure there's more.
Absolutely.
But
no, that was a great story, and like I mean, that's wow. Like to actually like have a kind of like a peak in your five senses when it came to uh the aroma of the cigarettes, as like, and he wanted to make himself known that he was there, probably watching over you and your family. And the other story about the house being haunted, I mean, that's absolutely incredible. And it's completely undeniable that the paranormal exists, because for thousands upon thousands of years, people have talked about it. Not only that, people have had incredible documentation, and it's almost crazy to believe that it doesn't exist, because there's just so much evidence that
there's so much evidence that points to evidence wrong about it not
right.
existing.
Oh, exactly. And actually, the theory of quantum physics, I was reading an article, proves that there is a paranormal does exist, among other scientific things that exist, have proven that paranormal activity can happen. So definitely, amazing story. Thank you so much for coming up and sharing that. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Did you ask me something earlier about the dream that I had that I talked about on your last stream? Because I can share that real quick.
Oh yeah, for sure. Go ahead, share that.
I was in your stream last stream, and I was telling you about the little friend of mine. He, was a dwarf kid, and he had this form of sarcoidosis, which, if you don't know what that is, it's an autoimmune disease that mainly affects the lungs, but does affect other parts of your body too.
Right.
And he's my age. We've all known him, me and my brother, and we knew he fought several bouts whenever these conditions flared up. He would have attacks of the sarcoidosis. So he would spend a length of time in hospital, had to take his voice box out,
Oh man.
Thing in, and he's been through a lot. And just recently, this last bout, literally nobody could do anything for him. So they put him in hospice, and he's been kind of going in and out of. He would go in out of consciousness for a while, and he would sleep for a long time, and then he would be up for a little bit, and I think he's just kind of decided he's done fighting. Now, the first night I found out about this, I remember falling asleep, kind of upset. He's been through so much, but then at the same time, he's done fighting, then. So I remember falling asleep, and I remember him coming to me in my dreams because, believe it or not, as an empath, your dreams are greatly affected.
Oh, yeah.
And believe it or not, when spirits come to me, they're trying to get something to me and they can't get to me real well with my other senses. They come to me in my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like his spirit and my spirit connected.
Wow.
And he was asking me, dude, I remember him saying, like, I'm in a bad place. I'm dying. I want to stay, but should I let go?
Right.
Would it affect you? How's it going to affect my family? I can just remember vividly telling him, if you're seriously that hurting, that much suffering, you should let go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to affect me. Yeah, people are going to be sad. People are going to grieve for you, but at the same time, I think people are going to be okay. And I told them about whenever he passes, there's going to be someone there to get you. Because he lost his grandfather around the same time that I did.
Right.
I said, more than likely, like, your granddad's probably going to pick you up, and then don't be afraid of going into the light, you know. So I remember he was, like, his spirit was asking for my advice, like, what am I going to do, like, so he's like, okay, and then his spirit just broke off.
Wow.
And as far as I know, he's still alive. But for how long, I don't know. But
that's incredible. I mean, to dream like that, and to actually, like, kind of have it happen in real life, and it's almost kind of like a vision or a premonition.
yeah,
That's absolutely incredible.
I've had dreams like that too. When it comes to my dad and my grandfather. Speaking of which, when during Halloween, when the veil was thin, I had a pretty interesting experience in my dreams with them. For those that I guess don't know, my dad was never around.
Right.
So I think his spirit feels bad for not being around like he should have been. And so he kept apologizing. When I do my spirit boxer, or ghost radar, I would get the number 15, and I would get, I'm sorry. I guess that's his way of letting them know that it's him. And I think he feels bad. But the thing is that the way, I guess what made it scarier of all was the way he died. He died on a gurney in an ambulance with a broken neck.
Ooh.
So I saw him. I was talking to my papa in my dream. He was like, hey, your dad wants to see you. I'm like, okay. And there he was saying, I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm sorry.
Chris the Ghost Hunter said it's possible that your friend was probably reaching out for help. Maybe the help would reignite their will to keep fighting.
Yeah. I actually, to be honest with you, this dream just happened a couple of nights ago.
Oh, wow.
So it happened the night before your last live stream. So it's still kind of on my mind. It doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
I mean, like I said, I'm still learning.
Definitely trying to learn about dreams, because I have a hard time analyzing dreams. And I have to really pay attention when I sleep. to what my dreams are trying to tell me. And I'm still at a loss when it comes to that kind of stuff.
I remember every dream that I've had since I remember things that I've done in my life since I was 18 months old,
Mm-hmm.
and dreams that I've had since then.
Right.
I don't know where that gift came from, but I just do. But that is an interesting perspective and point of view.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the chat right now.
Hey, Mod Squad Comedy. Right. Melinda's Damon Broadcast. Have a good night. Take care. But yeah, definitely. Book of Dreams.
I appreciate that feedback.
Oh, there's actually a book called The Book of Dreams that can help you analyze what you're it's late. What you're dreaming about.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate your time and your stories. They were absolutely incredible. I'd love to have you on the show again.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right.
And I much appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you for doing what you do, and I'll talk with you later.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Smurf.
You're welcome.
All right.
Salute.
All right. So, guys, that was Magic Smurf. Thank you for her coming up and sharing her amazing paranormal story. So that was pretty interesting, pretty wild. So the phone line is open again. If you guys have a paranormal story that you guys want to share, there was another number. I'm just not sure who it was. But I don't seem to have it anymore on here. Okay, we got another call in from Mississippi. Oh. Hey, Firekicks Reacts, you're on. I'm doing really well. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay. This is a short story that, of my experience with, paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when one night I went to a friend's house or whatever, and there was this old abandoned 2-story house right beside him or whatever. And he said that there was a long time ago this guy used to live in that house. He was like a veteran or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling me that he has down in his I don't know if I forgot what he called it. I think it was either a garage or something like that. But when you would go in there, he told me not to go in there or whatever because he said there in the middle of the floor was like a pentagram or something like that. And I was skeptical, at the time because I didn't believe in paranormal stuff,
right.
But when I went, later on that night, I went in there, and sure enough, there was a pentagram there, and there was it was animal kind of remains or something like that.
Right.
And and when I went in there, whatever, I would hear certain noises, rock, little pebbles being moved around and being thrown.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was when I heard that or whatever, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. But I just kept on, exploring, looking around, and about 5 minutes into me, hearing that, I had something, I had like a small pebble thrown at me,
Wow.
and then when that happened, I left out of the. I was like leaving out of that area, I could hear like a small moan kind of noise, a little bit. It was like very faint, but I could hear it,
Mm-hmm.
and that scared me, and that was one thing that I experienced, and that scared the crap out of me, like literally.
Oh, I'm sure.
And and there's one more thing that I want to share also.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was this one day where um, it was me and my mom and my stepdad and my two brothers and my sister. We went to see my stepdad's mom or whatever. And well, and this was in Macon, Georgia. That's where she lived at. And well, when we got there, we kind of hung out a little bit, and we would all associate or whatever. And well, when we went outside or whatever, I took a picture of her sitting on the front steps.
Wow, that's
And,
incredible.
Yeah, and when I took a picture of her on the front steps, she was like, her health at the time was like really bad. She was on oxygen, and like she smoked cigarettes all of her life, so she had to always be on oxygen.
Oh.
And when I took a picture of her, and you know how they say that you have a guardian angel, you have something watching over you.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, when I took a picture of her, there was like a bright light, like right behind her head, like right on top of her head, but it was like kind of behind it. It was very, very, very bright. And and I couldn't quite explain that. I mean, because I know right there behind her and all around us was nothing but trees. There wasn't no sunlight like interfering with the camera, and that's what made it kind of strange. I couldn't really explain it, and I just assumed that that was like her guardian angel watching over her, I mean, that had to. I mean, at the time, that felt like that was a sign or something that like she was fixing to pass away soon or something like that. But
right.
So when I had that gut feeling that was the case, sure enough, later on that night she passed away.
Wow, that's incredible.
And yeah, and when that happened, a couple of days later, I I had a dream or whatever, and like the previous person that came on here and said, about spirits can contact you through your dreams. Well, I had a dream that night, or I mean, the day after that,
right?
And and I had a dream like I was laying down in my bed in the room or whatever, and I heard I seen her spirit and she was saying like, I'm okay, don't worry about me, I'm okay.
Right.
That's what she said to me in my dream. And when I woke up, I was in an emotional wreck. I got up, crying, and that was very emotional for me to have a dream like that, to hear that from her, telling me that she's okay.
Wow.
And that's pretty much all I got to say.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. So you think deep down that she's your guardian angel in a way?
Yes, in a way, I know that when she was alive or whatever, always she would always tell me that I'm her favorite girl. She would tell me that I'm her top favorite.
Right.
And when she was having all them health problems, I was worried about her. I was worried about her all the time, and I guess she knew that I would be worried about her after she passed away. Like how is she doing? And I'm assuming that night when when I was having them feelings about I was having strong feelings like I was worried about her.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when I had a dream like that, and she told me, and she was telling me in my dream, telling me that she was okay, not to worry. She said the Lord is, taking care of her.
Wow, that's amazing, man. That's such a great story.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get emotional about it right now.
Me, dude, I can feel your emotion, man. Like I know how to I'm feeling like a strong urge not to like cry or get emotional either. Like, cause that's a really beautiful story, and like this is why I love the paranormal, because it's not all bad, and there's actually some good in the paranormal, from non-human spirits, or aka angels, that like the angels are so powerful, and there's so much light and beauty in that whole part of the paranormal field. I love when I have interactions with angels. It's just such a beautiful feeling, and it touches my heart that this person um had some love and guidance when she passed on, and she used it to protect you and possibly your family, I'm guessing. And I'm guessing she probably constantly watches over you.
Yeah, and I know she does, and I know she still does till this day. And when I have a feeling that she's right there with me, I always talk to her. You know, when I have that feeling that she's there, I still tell her that I love her and that I still think about her. I haven't forgot about her,
Mm-hmm.
and I always tell her that when I have that feeling that she's there. I always say that.
That's awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. That was like those are the good stories to hear in the paranormal field, because often there's so much negativity around evil and malevolent spirits. But this one was actually a really, really good one. So thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's no problem,
So
and I do.
you're
I
in
wanted to.
Mississippi, which is pretty well known part of the South for spiritual uh, things going on there. I lived in Louisiana for a little bit, lived in North Carolina and South Carolina, lived in Texas for a while. The whole part of the South. I mean the Civil War. Obviously, there's a lot of history in that part of the country, and a lot of people died in those areas. So I'm sure. I mean, it's really hard to live in the South and not experience the paranormal in one form or another.
Yeah, and one thing before I get off of here,
Mm.
I don't know if you've heard. I know you heard of the show called Ghost Adventures, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, there was one location that they investigated, and it was in Natchez. I think it was called. It was some kind of haunted tavern
Hmm.
that they they investigated there. Well, when I was on my way, to New Orleans, I went through that area,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually stopped, there, and I went to that tavern myself to kind of, experience, what they experienced, and like as soon as I like walked through the front door of that tavern, it was
Mm-hmm.
like I could sense like as soon as I went in the front door, like I got chills all over my body, like I got that cold snap, and when I
Wow.
felt that, I didn't go no further.
Hmm.
I didn't want to go up in there. I left and went back to the hotel I was staying at, and I will not be going back there because like you know how they say like when a demon or something like that, you can when the demon's around, like you can smell like a sulfur kind of smell.
Yep. Happened to
That
me
that
when I
that
investigated the murder house. It actually smelled like rotting flesh throughout that house.
Yes, and when I went in that tavern, that's the exact smell that I smelled, and it was horrible.
Oh
And
my gosh.
it was
I love my creative
and
spirit said that tavern where they filmed that. I live close to that in my town. My former boss owns it. LOL. Wow. Oh,
yeah
Matt.
that
Matt is cardiac tap fam. What? Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, Matt. How you doing? Good to see you.
but yeah when I like when I smelled that sulfur smell that came in about 30 seconds after that when I had that cold snap hit me. And I knew when I smelled that sulfur smell, that's when I did not go back. Because I know when I smell that sulfur smell, I know that's something bad.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. No, for sure. Hold on just a second. Look at you, HSFL. Your channel came up in mine and my coworkers' subscribe boxes. Huh. Oh, that's cool. Kingpin. Yeah, that smell is unmistakable. And when you first experience it, you're like, what is that? I mean, it smells awful and it's repulsive. And then that's usually when I pick up on the energy.
Yeah, and you know when I smell that smell, I the way I describe it is, it smells like you said, it smells like rotten flesh, but it smells like just like roadkill, worse than roadkill.
Oh yeah, it smells like 2-day old skunk on the side of the road or like the decaying armadillo. I mean,
Yeah, that's
it's rancid.
yeah, and I know, and the reason why I knew about that sulfur smell and that being tied with a bad entity, I've watched Ghost Adventures, and that's one of the main things that I've learned, that usually when you smell that sulfur smell, that's linked to
Oh
a
yeah.
bad entity or a demon or that's linked to something bad, and
And
that's
after
why.
the murder house investigation I did with Presence of the Unknown, which is my other channel, that's my paranormal
Mhm.
investigation team's channel. We went to this place called what we dubbed was the murder house in Santa Maria, California. And when we arrived there, the second I put my foot outside the door, I noticed something was off. The second I stepped into that house, I felt incredibly sick and uneasy. And when we got to the area where like 8 people had been murdered in like 15 years, that's when that smell hit. And I was like, oh my God, this is unmistakable. And at the time, I didn't know that this demon was a very, very old type of demon, and it was a trickster. And I ended up using a spirit box in that house, thinking I was talking to what I thought was an 8-year-old child named Carlos, which ended up being the demon. In it, I invited it in to speak with me, and it attached itself to me. So I will never do that again. Like, because I started smelling that smell in my house, things were going completely wrong. I had demonic faces I was catching in my live stream cameras. I was catching weird, crazy stuff with my naked eye and also on my night vision cameras. It was insane. Like, I'll never go through it. I was waking up with scratches and claw marks every day for about a month.
Yeah, that's one thing that
And eventually
I
the
mean,
next step would have been to get possessed by what it was.
yeah, and I've also experienced the bad side also of the paranormal too. I've
Mhm.
experienced that, and it's scary.
It is not fun at all. As many people have seen on my streams, like, people have seen my blinds get pulled down. I just posted a new video from when I was hanging out with Bakersfield Paranormal Services. Chris came over to my house and it was like 3 a.m. He drove all the way down from Bakersfield. And as soon as I turn on my camera, you see the orbs flying across my screen. And I mean, they're not dust particles because they look like shooting stars inside of my house. And we
But
were actually seeing black orbs with our naked eye.
yeah, I think I know that's one of the ways that a spirit can present itself is
Yep.
through like showing it in the orb form.
Mm-hmm.
They can show up in like misty forms, or they can show their like the full apparition.
Yeah, I'll pull up on screen if I can find that image. Should be saved on my computer. A lot of people have seen it on my channel. Maybe some of the new people haven't, but I caught a full-on apparition at the Green Hotel investigation, and people have seen the. Um, I have them on my Facebook fan page of the demonic presence that was in my house. That and I actually pulled some of those videos down because I was warned by a pastor not to um, post them without a blessing from the church, because those pictures actually needed to be blessed before I could post them. And I didn't know that because it could have transferred to some of my followers. So thank God he told me that. I'm gonna have to dig for that photo. Um, yeah, I don't have it directly offhand, but I can maybe show it on my phone through the live streaming camera. Should be able to do that. Let's see here. So it's gonna take me a second to find it. But that Green Hotel investigation had something evil in it too. Um, there was uh there was a growl that came over our walkie-talkies. Something took over our walkie-talkies and was growling at us and cussing at us on the walkie-talkies in like an inhuman voice. Like, I mean, it's the paranormal field can be really, really scary.
Yeah,
Um,
it can,
Black Eyed Shorty, how's it
and
going?
and I was gonna tell you that the there's this hotel in Arkansas that's
There's always that
I know
hotel in
it's one of
Arkansas. It's just like
yeah,
Arkansas.
but it
No, sorry, go
yeah
ahead.
and it's like I mean I know like it's the most haunted hotel, one of the most haunted hotels in the country, actually worldwide. I think it's the most haunted hotel. It's
Mm,
called the Crescent Hotel,
hmm.
and And like if you ever get a chance to investigate another place again,
I loved
I would
driving in through Arkansas. Arkansas is a beautiful state, actually, just not Little Rock.
Yeah.
So guys, here's that image I was gonna show you. If you guys can see that, there's the apparition I caught on my iPhone. I actually caught two images of her. One of her turned to the side, the other one looking directly at us. It was pretty much no joke. It was pretty scary.
That is freaky.
Yeah, that was a full-on apparition at the Bakersfield Green Hotel. Actually, Shafter, California Green Hotel. That place is incredibly haunted. There's at least 6 spirits there. There's at least one Ashtown in Arkansas. Yeah, Arkansas is pretty. Arkansas. There's some sketchy areas in Arkansas, but Tennessee is not much better. There's along Highway 40. There's some weird little towns in Tennessee that are very, very creepy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is an evil spirit. Yeah, I can concur with that, Magic Smurf.
But yeah, if you ever get a chance to investigate another location, I would try the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. From what I've heard, it's supposed to be one of the most haunted hotels in the world.
Wow.
One of the most haunted.
I will definitely have to check that out. That sounds really, really interesting. So Cardiac, hopefully you can see this. I'll try to show it again on screen here a little bit closer. Hey, Belinda Ostrom, how you doing? Good to see you. So yeah, that's the spirit woman that I caught on camera at the Green Hotel investigation. So yeah,
that is creepy.
Yeah, it's very, very creepy. It was. That house had a lot of activity. Oh, not to mention that there was haunted dolls there.
Yeah, from what I think about that spirit or whatever that entity, that entity does look like it's kind of evil looking.
Oh yeah, no, that was my first spot when I saw that image. It definitely creeped me out. It was definitely watch. I always have a hard time with that Texas town. I'm from Texas originally. Waxahachie, Texas is pretty haunted. Yeah, I've heard stories about that place actually. So is Marfa, Texas. Has like a random Prada store in the middle of the desert. And they have like UFO sightings there constantly. Would love to see it closer. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to see if I have it. You know what? I'm going to send it real quick onto I'm going to send it to my email and then I can actually bring it up on, let's see here. I'll be able to send it. Yeah, that creature is evil. HSFL. Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna send that image to my email and then I'll be able to share it with you guys. So there we go. Just sent it to my computer. So open with preview. So that's how I'm able to do this stuff so fast. Thank God for technology. Okay, so there it is. Present to everybody. So let me know in the comments what you guys think.
Yeah, that's definitely an evil entity. Definitely.
We definitely want to go back up there for a follow-up investigation. Definitely. They actually invited us to come back up there.
Yeah, that's
That
definitely an evil entity, looks like.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look friendly because it looks like she has sharp teeth. Yeah, see, definitely demonic. That's what I originally thought. She's like, I think she's a succubus.
Yeah,
But she's wearing 18 there's actually a picture of her on a wall and she looks just like this. Wearing the same kind of like white blouse with black pants.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean we actually got her name got her name from the thing and her name was Donna.
So did you do an EVP session to try to?
Yeah, so every time we turn on the EVP recorder, we got growls. I think there was a succubus and an incubus in that house.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, because we upstairs there was a evil male spirit. That was the one that was growling at us. I can actually play the clip of where we got the growls from. It was pretty wild. Or you guys can go check it out on Presence of the Unknown. There was police outside of my place. Uh-oh, that's not good. I'm sensing that she was the one on the walkie-talkie. Actually, no, she was only... Yeah, she's definitely a succubus. And that's what I was thinking, too. I definitely think she was evil. And there was something on the spirit boxes warning us of an evil spirit in that house.
Yeah, like I think succubus is like supposed to be.
It's a female demonic spirit that sucks the energy out of men.
Yeah, I think like a succubus is supposed to be like sexually attracted to to men specifically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and an incubus is a vice versa. It's attracted to women. But yeah, it's all pretty evil. It's all pretty scary. There's definitely some frightening things about the paranormal field. That was just one of them. But I actually have scarier photos than that. That I'm kind of afraid to show without having to have that photo blessed again. I mean, the photo that I have that would really make you guys like go, holy shit. Um, I mean, it's like a demonic figure and its eyes are bleeding into its mouth. And it was actually caught right in my living room.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a succubus too. But I have a bunch of spirits in my house because I'm actually sitting in the room where the lady died in my house. She died right here. Like right where I'm sitting. I can feel her energy all the time. Matter of fact, I'm feeling her energy right now. And it's very insane and very crazy because she was schizophrenic. And then our next door neighbor committed suicide behind us. It was a murder suicide. He killed his husband, or he killed his wife out of jealousy. And she was cheating on him, but he was very abusive. And it was pretty messed up. There was it was a shotgun suicide. Let's just put it that way. It was not pretty.
But yeah, but I was glad I was able to share my story. And,
yeah, absolutely, man.
And actually, point out a few locations for you to investigate.
Yeah, no, definitely. If I'm down in that part of the country, I'll definitely hit you up for sure. We're gonna try to make it out east next year at some point. So, I think we're gonna go to Tennessee. I think that's our big goal is to go to Knoxville, Tennessee, to the TB ward. So like 20,000 people died there or something. It's crazy. It's like one of the most haunted places in the United States. So we're definitely going to check that out. But I will definitely hit you up if I ever make it into the Louisiana, Mississippi area.
Yeah, and like right now I'm staying in the Little Rock area, so.
Oh, you're in
But
Arkansas.
I mean, I still live in Mississippi though, but I'm in, Arkansas because my mom's doing a travel nursing assignment. So if you ever do get close to that area, you can call me up and.
Hey, I know Sulphur, Oklahoma, Magic Smurf. I was actually storm chasing there back in 2016. There was an EF4 tornado that made landfall in Sulphur, Oklahoma. It was May 6th of 2016. Hey, Marytown's Place, welcome to the stream. So thank you, Firekicks Reacts. I really appreciate your time, man. I'd love to have you maybe on more of like a one-on-one and talk about this at one point. I'll definitely keep in touch with you for sure.
And I was going to say that I've always wanted to get into a paranormal field, and actually do that, because I mean the stuff that I've experienced, it made me get interested into getting into that field and actually doing investigations, But it's been kind of hard for me to do that, because I ain't got no way of really getting around, and I'm not financially capable of, going from place to place.
Absolutely.
But I do, eventually want to get into that, or find, a group that I can join, that I can, help them investigate,
Absolutely.
and actually get into it.
Yeah, definitely, man. That would be awesome. Well, once again, thank you, man, so much for coming on and sharing your story. That was absolutely awesome. And like I said, I will keep in contact with you to possibly get you on more of like a one-on-one, so people can like see you in person. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a great rest of your night, man. Take care. Did you have any last things to say?
I just wanted to say thank you for letting me come on your stream, and every time you go live, I'm sitting there watching, and
awesome, man. I really appreciate it.
Your streams are very, very entertaining to me, and it gives me a lot of information about paranormal and stuff, and I've seen some of your streams where you were sitting there playing guitar and singing. You do a really good job at that, by the way.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that you like the stream. I like your channel. I lurk a lot. I'm sorry to everybody in the chat who thinks I ignore them. I do watch your content. I just lurk a lot. I like go to I actually probably type in about 20% of the people I actually watch. But yeah, I do listen to your streams, man. You've got some really interesting topics with your friends on Firekicks Reacts, so I will definitely keep up and keep watching your content. You have some entertaining stuff as well, and some really good, interesting discussions. So thank you so much, man.
No problem, and it was an honor coming on your stream, man.
Absolutely, I'd love to have you on again. All right, man. Take care. Bye. All right, guys. We had Firekicks Reacts on stream. Don't worry, I like lurking a lot as well. Yeah. So that was Firekicks Reacts. What an awesome story. What an awesome evening. Guys, if you want to call in, the line is hot. Hot cakes. We've got 21 people in the house. Holy shnikes. All right, we got Fort Collins, Colorado.
Call from
Good.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice...
Hey, Chris, you're online.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? Is this Chris the ghost hunter?
This is Chris, Center Stars channel.
Oh, Center Stars channel. Awesome, man. How you
Yeah,
doing?
what's up, man?
Not much.
So, when your last guest was talking, you brought up something about Marks,
Mm-hmm.
and I had one other story I want to share with you, but
Awesome.
throughout my life, I've woken up with 3 scratch marks a lot throughout my life, at different times.
So is that an insult to the Holy Trinity?
I have no idea, like, what it means biblically, but I literally have had times, like, in my childhood, where I was scratched, and the last time it happened was about 3 or 4 years ago. I woke up with 3 scratches on the inside of my left inner thigh.
Wow.
And within a day or so, I started getting really this hot kind of burning in my beard.
Whoa.
And my other hair follicles on my body, and I began itching like crazy. And it got to the point where, like, Benadryl, nothing would work. I ended up having to go to the hospital, get allergy shots, go to an allergy specialist.
Lord.
And I've been on medication ever since.
Yeah, Marytown's place said the 3 scratches are usually indicative of, at least in the biblical terms, or it's an insult to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. It's a demonic thing.
That's interesting. Well, follow up with that. Well, like I said, I had to go on this medicine. I have to take it every day. They were going to do allergy testing, but as far as like this itching and stuff, it's not like a regular allergy. I have to take a special medication for it called hydroxyzine.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much for the rest of my life. If I go off of it, I tried one time, and what happens is at first, like I said, I'll get that burning and itching in my beard sort of thing, and then it spreads to my whole body. And that one time I tried to go off, I actually started smelling mold and decay everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right before, like, I started going in anaphylactic shock and had to go to the hospital and got back on the medication. I haven't tried going off of it since.
Wow.
What was really interesting about that was I knew I had the 3 scratches that day, which is kind of weird because I didn't tell the doctor what kicked it off. I was like, I don't know if it was I itched myself because I was starting to itch, but I didn't feel itchy at the time. It was a couple days after that I did. So I was like looking through a sketchbook, and the sketchbook was from like later junior high school time, and I had drawn a picture of myself laying on the bed and a demon reaching up and scratching me on my back with 3 scratches. I didn't remember drawing the picture, but I remember the incident of waking up and having 3 scratches on my back. And that's when it kicked into my head that this had happened many times in my life. I just had brushed it off. I don't know what triggered it, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then shortly after that, I had this really, really vivid dream. This dream was that I was taken out of my house. I went somewhere. I was at another person's, like a friend's house type place. Was grabbed by the ankle and dragged across the floor away from them.
Wow.
Suddenly I woke up and I was being thrown off the end of my bed.
Whoa.
Because I felt like this demon was laughing, right? And yanked me off of my bed, and I slammed into my alarm clock and broke my table. So I went jumping across the room, turned on the light, yelled for my girlfriend at the time to come down and like calm me down and console me. And she did, and kind of picked up the table area, but the table and my alarm clock was broken, so it's like, make sure you wake me up in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wake up in the morning to the alarm clock going off. The alarm clock isn't broken, the table's not broken, and but my ankle hurts really bad, and I feel all bruised up. And I asked my girlfriend, I was like, did you somehow fix the table last night or replace the alarm with another one? She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, weren't you downstairs last night when I got yanked off the bed? She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So, yeah, that's a really strange situation with that.
So, I don't know what the connection is. All I know is I've had that, and then I had one other time I was actually watching one of the YouTube streamers, Eric Connor, with Epic Paranormal TV.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very long night of him streaming at a location. The specific location has a basement. That's all I know. It might be Gordon Haven Manor or one of those. But
Yeah, I think I did see that. I was actually looking at his channel today. Yeah,
you saw that one then?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I was kind of fading out. This is one of his longest streams. So if it was one that was like 8 or 9 hours long,
no, Jesus,
it was an all-nighter, and I started like dragging him out of sleep at the point he went downstairs, which is about a half an hour to an hour before he closed out the stream. But I started nodding off, and every time I did, something was yanking me. Like literally, I was like fading out, and it would be in the same room, and I could see the video on the stream, but something would yank me to the couch, and so it jerked away to realize, okay, I fell asleep. Then I'd fall back in, and something would jerk me again. So I had to sit up and make sure I was awake, because it was trippy. I was going between the dream world, which was exactly like this world. I don't know how to describe that either.
So you probably
like a sleep paralysis or something.
I almost want to say it's more of like astral projection. Something I will never, ever, ever do or try to do ever again after my experience. I actually went to a really evil realm. It started out really nice, and I kind of like drifted into this plane. And if y'all haven't tried to do astral projection meditation, I don't really recommend it. Sometimes it goes good. I had about 5 good experiences, and then like the last experience never made me want to do it again. I went into this like astral plane, and all of a sudden there was like this golden archway, and then I went up to that archway, and I saw these two what looked like male figures, but they were shadows, and they reached their hand out for me. And when I looked closer into the archway, there was hundreds, if not thousands, of those black shadow figures all trying to grab me and pull me in. I never want to do it again.
Yeah, I haven't had that, but that kind of a small kickoff in like the second story I was going to tell you.
Cool, man. Shoot.
Have you ever had where you just feel like something really bad's going to happen?
Oh yeah, a sense of impending doom. Absolutely.
But have you ever had something where you felt that way and it did happen?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of times we feel that way.
Like I woke up really sick one morning. I woke up one time really sick one morning, and my boss is like, "You got to come in for work. You got to come in for work." And I was like, "I just have a weird feeling about today. I don't know what it is." And later that evening, I was hit by a drunk driver on my way back home from work. Yeah, that's actually how I died and was brought back. Yeah, it was no fun.
Now I'm curious. I'm kind of like interviewing you now. Because I want to know more about this. Did you have any out-of-body experiences?
I didn't on that time. I died once in 2012, actually, from an overdose. Yes, I used to do some really, really bad behaviors, guys. I haven't done hardcore drugs since I was 18 years old. So it's quite a long time, almost 10 years. And yeah, so I OD'd on a cocktail of different bad drugs, and I ended up having a heart attack at 19 years old. Not my brightest plan I ever had. But yeah, I ended up dying. I ended up dying on the hospital table. I had close to a 0.4 alcohol level at that point and a mixture of drugs, which created some really bad chemical reactions in my body. And yeah, so I actually was in a coma for 3 days. And yes, I had a white light experience in that situation. That was the first time I had a sense of heaven, and then all of a sudden I remember choking on the life support tube and coming out of it 3 days afterward. Um 2013, when I got hit by the drunk driver, I died for a brief second and was paddled back to life. I don't remember what much. I just remember darkness. So I don't know what that meant. I don't know. It was definitely terrifying. But yeah, I'll never go through that again.
Well, that reminds me, I've had, and this isn't the story I was going to tell you, but I had nasal surgery when I was so young, and I remember watching myself on the operating table above the light.
Wow.
And something like wrong with the surgery that they didn't tell my parents about, and somebody was there beside me saying, "Don't worry, everything's going to be okay," or something like that, or having that sense of it. And I didn't remember that until later in life, so I kind of question it, but I remember it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that's like clear memory to me now, but I don't remember remembering that when I was younger. So I don't know. It could be something where I was meant to know it at the time and it surfaced later. I mean, I've had a few situations like that in my life where I suppressed something and have had it like pop up at the right time with the right person. But yeah, basically, what happened with me is I had an estranged friend, and I had this really strong feeling reach out to this person. I was like, okay, but they're a real bad drug addict. And at the time, I wasn't doing anything, right? And this was on the level of drugs that I had never been on. I'd done weed and honestly some LSD when I was in like speeders when I was in high school. But that was it. This guy was like heavy as a meth, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
One time I let him in my house, and he wouldn't do anything. I caught him doing something in the bathroom. My daughter was in the next room. I kicked his butt out. Gave him fresh clothes, but I kicked him out and said, "That's it." After I let him shower, and then I caught him. I kicked him out of the house, and it was freezing cold again.
There's like
so that was about the last time I saw him. But
there's like a sound coming from inside of. I was just noticing a sound coming from inside of my walls.
Oh, interesting.
There's like a rattling going on from inside of the wall. Oh, that's creepy.
Is it still going on?
Oh yeah. It's like this. It's like this. It's like this rapid clicking, and it sounds like it's coming from the walls. I can't explain where it's coming from though. It's like this weird clicking sound. No, it's
funny, like intermission stuff.
It's almost like a fan or something, but there's no fan in this room.
One time I thought I heard a mouse in the back of my vehicle when my children were little, and it kept peeping, peep, 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 peep.
No, this is not the sound that it's making. It's like this repetitive, like sounds like a chain of like a roller coaster.
That's strange. I can't hear it though, because did the people in the stream hear it?
Yeah, some people say Chris the Ghost Hunter hears it. I Love My Creative Spirit hears it. Fire Wheels Revive hears it. Excuse me.
Interesting.
And now it's gone.
That's weird.
Nope. That was it. It's like
back again.
Yeah, it's strange.
I don't know. It could be something in the wall. Could be a mouse or.
Oh no, there's been something underneath the floorboards for about a month now. There's something crawling underneath the house, and it sounds like it's scratching at the subfloor. It freaks me out. It happens out like late at night, like 2 a.m. and it travels from night to night. It's creepy as fuck. I almost want to put a night vision camera under there, but I'm almost afraid to because I don't want to find out what it actually is. But yeah, it's
maybe you should, because it would kind of creep me out. Like I said, I don't deal with noises very well. When I was like digging through my truck, but the funniest thing about it was actually like a juice bottle, and it had fermented, and it was making that peeping sound.
Mm-hmm.
There was pressure inside of it, making it go beep, 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 out the little seal that kids have. But if I had scratching in my walls, I'd be driving.
Mr. Dave, there is nothing in this entire house that could make that sound that I was hearing. Like, I hear the refrigerator settling, and I hear everything. Now that sound is gone. I mean, I'm sure it's explainable, but I'm trying to. I mean, it could be explainable, but I'm trying to figure out what else it would be. There's nothing in this room other than a ceiling light and a smoke detector. And it's not that, it's coming from inside of the wall. So it's definitely kind of strange. Sorry to interrupt you, man. I apologize about that.
It's fine. I mean, I understand. I like I said,
Yeah.
Anyways, where I was kind of at with that is basically this dude and I were pretty far apart. I mean, he was my best friend during time, but we were real close. I'd seen him once since then. Since I booted him out when he came to me for emergency aid kind of situation. But anyways, this was a really strong feeling, and that was like a very serious feeling. I've never felt something like that before. So I called his grandmother. She said he didn't have a cell phone or telephone at that time. It was kind of just the early days of cell phones, 2005-ish.
Right.
And so I said, make sure you give him my number, because this just seems really important. I don't know what it's about. I haven't talked to him for a long time, but please give him my number. She said she would. Well, a couple days later, Father's Day goes by, and he was raised by those grandparents. So I called her. I said, did he stop by? She goes, as a matter of fact, he did. He dropped off a letter to his grandpa. And I forgot to give him the telephone number. And I was like, really? Doesn't you not hear me? It's really important. So if you have any way to get a hold of him, try to get a hold of him. And the next day, another friend called me and said, did you hear about so-and-so? And I was like, what? And they're like, he's dead. He killed himself.
Wow.
And I'm like, I was pissed. I mean, I was like hitting the walls, pissed off, like yelling the thunder at God, like, screw you. You know what I mean? I was mad. I was like, why would you bring this guy into my life and then take him out right in front of me? What's the lesson of this?
Oh, yeah.
Jerk? You know what I mean? I was mad, living mad. And like that really tore me up, and I went down a really negative path for a while, drinking, and actually ended up doing a lot of the same stuff that he was doing that I kicked him out for. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I ended up doing the same kind of drugs, same kind of stupid stuff. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And during that time, I ended up with another friend, and we went to a rave type thing with Paul Van Dyke in 2007. And he suggested that we do LSD. I'm like, dude, I promise
hell no.
I wouldn't do that anymore. I had some bad trips. And he's like, dude, it'll be really good. And it goes really well with ecstasy. And I'm like, I don't know, man. It's way out of our way. He's like, just do it. So I did. And that with ecstasy is called candy flipping. And I'm not condoning drugs to anybody.
Nope.
Okay, drugs will not use 99.99% of the time you will not get an experience like this.
No.
You know what I mean?
Drugs are bad.
What happened was I was at the concert. We had done that. This girl was spinning around like a vampire type, gothic type person, spun, and I thought she cut my neck with her fingernail. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm bleeding. And I thought it was bleeding down like my neck. Okay, it was at a Halloween type concert, so people were dressed up. It was really freaky. I look at my hands and there's no blood, and I'm like, oh my God, I really am tripping.
Wow.
So I go in and I'm like, I end up like at this venue, and at this venue they have a top center stage balcony, and I get that position, and I'm there the whole night, dead center of the light show, the sound, everything. And it keeps getting better, and Paul Van Dyke comes on, and next thing I know, I'm dancing away. I'm suddenly the light and the sound frequencies match, and I'm not there, and I'm flying through space in a wormhole that's freezing cold. I don't know it's space at first because everything's just dark and cold. I'm freezing my butt off, and my eyes adjusted to the darkness, and I could see galaxies and word clouds and everything flying by. And I'm flying through space and freezing still, but I'm starting to get warmer as I feel this distant, bright center of the universe, or center of the galaxy, but I think it's the universe because there are galaxies going by. Star. And I look at that, but every time I look back, because I just don't want to miss any of the or clouds and the galaxies going by. This is something I've never seen before, crystalline colors and feeling peace beyond anything I've ever felt before as I warm up. And when I get closer to the center star, there's a mist around it and trillions of stars, and I look away, and then I get closer again and realize that those stars are not stars, but they are people, and they're walking in towards the center star. Younger people, families, and older women and older men, and they're all tribal, okay? They're floating down, and older men are seated towards the star, and they're moving their heads left and right, and I'm landed. And until this time, I hear no sound, but I feel the vibration of not only all these men and people, trillions of them around the star meditating, but I walk up and I put my hand on the star, and I just never felt like anything so brilliant and peaceful in my life. And I turn around, and they're looking around the star, so I start walking that way, and I hear a campfire, and I start seeing the campfire. And this is the first time I'm hearing anything. And when I get to the edge of the campfire, suddenly the meditation in the men's faces stops, and they all smile this big toothless grin. And I look on the other side of the fire. There's a guy standing in a white suit. I mean, dressed down white suit. He comes walking around the fire, and there's my best friend. And I'm like, dude, you know what I mean? And we'll shake him a hug and everything. I'm like, then I start bawling. I'm like, you know, I tried to reach out to you. I don't know why all that happened. He goes, well, that's why you're here. And then he bounced me out of my body, told me a bunch of stuff in my ear that didn't make a lot of sense to me at the time. But I think it was part of what helped me awaken and spiritually later. And then when I went back, he was like, that's why you're here, but you have to go now. And I was like, go where? Because I had forgotten about earth, pain, anything. I had forgotten about life.
Right.
And pictures of my children flashed in my head. And like a strap, I'm heading back, and I'm like, dude, we'll dance again. I'll see you again. He goes, yeah, but you have very important things to do. Very. And I'm like, okay. And then boom, I was on the dance floor. People are staring at me. Not only the people around me, but like down below, and they're still playing music, and lights are up on me. I must have been tranced out because I was still dancing, but tears were running down my face. And they just grabbed the random dude, and I was like, I saw my dead friend, and it changed my life forever. Like, I don't fear death anymore. I believe that we're 4D entities, and what I felt out there was 1,000 times more real than this is. This is pain and false, and I don't know how to explain it. You're infinite energy, and this is the false reality. This is like the vacation from that, to where you experience things to make you appreciate out there. That's the way I feel about it. So, anyways, just wanted to share those stories with people.
Absolutely, man. Well, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
I hope you figure out what your scratching is.
Dude, I mean,
I empathize with you.
I'm gonna probably try to set up my camera tonight, my ghost hunting camera, this one, and try to film inside of my living room again and make another like night vision camera. I might try to do like a little mini paranormal series about like the night vision shooting, and they're gonna be like 1 or 2 minute clips of like different paranormal activity going on inside of my home, maybe in different rooms around the house. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely some crazy stuff that happens. Has
But
anybody seen Fee or Unearthly? I saw Fee earlier in Lou Rock's stream today.
I was just gonna say to you that you said thank you for sharing World Nature for having me on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man.
I hope other people will come forward with their stories too. I mean,
Absolutely. Like Fire Kicks.
Actually, I had one other one. It's a small one.
Yeah, no, go ahead if you want to share it, man.
I woke up at like 2 in the morning. Turned my head. It was like 2:59 a.m. or something like that. Turned my head back, and there was the tall man, Shadow Man, casting his shadow through my window. And it looked like kind of a mix between a reaper and a tall man with a hat, and it scared the hell out of me. And I could like see my breath. It was that cold. And it just freaked me out. I couldn't move. And it was like sleep paralysis, like they described. And then suddenly I had freedom of movement, but it felt like 10 hours. But when I looked over at my clock, exactly 1 hour to the dot had passed. It was now like 3:59 in the morning.
Wow.
Never had anything like that before or since, but that was the only other thing I had. I was about 6 years old when that happened. And
wow.
That just scared the ever-loving Christ out of me.
Yeah, man. I hear you.
So,
well, thank you so much for sharing once again. I really, really appreciate talking to you every time. I'd love to get you to talk about maybe more on like a one-on-one basis on my Saturday stream. This Saturday, I'm hosting my first official giveaway. I'm going to be giving away $50 worth of merch. So, guys, please make sure you guys let people know that is going on this coming Saturday. I'm going to be doing a karaoke contest and talent show. So definitely make sure you
make sure you hit up We Are Live on Facebook with the group you're in. And
oh yeah, I've been.
Because it's not just about like when you go live. You can put that I have an event coming on a certain day. Give everyone notice about it coming up. And for those of you who don't know, that's just the channel that I started up.
Cool.
Creators that when they go live, they can see it. It's called We Are Live on Facebook.
Yeah.
5 people, there's about 12 creators right now, but it's growing slowly.
Oh, absolutely. No, yeah, I love that Facebook page, man. It's awesome.
Well, anyways, you guys have a great night, and I hope this encourages people to like call in because I'd love to hear your stories too.
Yeah.
Anybody else had any out of body experiences or had one of those, oh no, I shouldn't do something feelings, or oh, something's going to happen to somebody and it did, because it helps me feel kind of sane about what I've gone through to hear other people, what they talk about theirs.
Awesome, man. Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with you. So I am going to go take a break for a few minutes right after this call. So I will be right back, and I will come back and then start the call in again. And so let me get my backboard here with the live stream so I can set that up. All right, man. Take care. Bye. All right, guys. So I'm going to share this. And there we go. So I'll be right back. I will be in the chat, so I will see the chat. So just give me a few minutes.
The power of the stock market.
How are you guys liking the stream so far, by the way? Just letting you know. Okay, I'm going to be in the chat. I'll be right back, guys. If you guys have any questions for me, please let me know. If the next person wants to call in, if you want to call in, you can definitely do that. I will talk to you in private, and then I'll bring you on. All right, y'all. I'm back. So, give me a second. I will stop that. All right, we are back. All right. So the call line is open if you guys have a story that you want to share. I have many paranormal stories, but I want to hear from you guys tonight. Hey, Belinda Ostrom, how you doing? Good to see you. Party's over. Yep. All right, we got a call from Newtown, Pennsylvania. So here we go.
Call from. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2. Press 2. Your caller just hung up.
Hello? Okay. So there was a call in, but the person hung up. Pennsylvania. So if you want to call in again, please dial the number and I will be more than happy to accept it and let you have the floor to share your scariest paranormal stories. How do you guys like the call-in show, by the way? Let me know in the chat. So we're just about 100 views on this live stream tonight. It's been a bit small, but that's okay. Awesome. I'm glad you like it, Sharpshooter. Thank you guys for the 19 people still watching. I really do appreciate that tonight. Thank you, Tara Cope, for posting the number. Awesome. That's awesome, Tara. I'm glad you like it too. I love my creative spirit. Whew, man, I'm a little tired, y'all. But I still got another hour. Hey, Alicia Parrish Rock fam, what is going on? Cheers from Australia. Australia in the house. Copycatters LMFAO. Yeah, LMAO. Hey, Superwoman. Nice. 21 people in the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Much love and light to everybody here. It's been a pretty consistent group of 20 people pretty much the whole stream. So I do appreciate it. Let's see here. So it's been averaging about close to 3,000 watch minutes with just the 100 views that we've gotten, but it's been pretty much the same amount of people. Hey, Lynn Wright. Okay, we got a caller.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
Hello? You're online. Hello?
Oh, oops. I didn't realize my mic was muted.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, who is this?
Chris the Ghost Hunter.
Hey, Chris the Ghost Hunter. Welcome to the stream.
I accidentally closed one of my windows and canceled out the call.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm using my PC, so I'm using Google Voice to call.
Nice.
Because I have a headset, it's a bit easier to talk a little quieter.
Oh, gotcha. I wish I had my headphones in. It'd probably be easier to accept some of these calls. But yeah, You have the floor. Do you, I'm sure you're a ghost hunter, you're a paranormal investigator, so I'm sure you have some pretty awesome.
Yeah, I have a story from when I was a kid, like 7 years old.
Okay.
My family and I were helping another family, a family move into a new house.
Mm-hmm.
We decided to stay the night. I was friends with the sons.
Mm-hmm.
The eldest was the daughter. The youngest, his name was Hunter. He was like 4 at the time, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually good friends with the twins. One, I'm just going to say the nickname I remember, Pat or Pap. I don't actually remember because this is like almost 18 years ago for me.
Wow.
Yeah, around about 18 years. And one night we were just all in the bedroom because they had two bunk beds.
Mm-hmm.
We all saw something pass by the window.
Wow.
And this window was a good 5-6 feet off the ground.
Whoa.
And this was an insane. It was a pure black shadow, and we could see the street light. So it illuminated the shadow, but we couldn't see any facial features whatsoever.
Wow. So it was a shadow figure.
Yeah, but the thing is, we could see it through the window, but there was no like shadow in the room.
Wow.
We all saw it.
Wow. That's crazy. That just gave me the chills. Because I've seen shadow figures like that before. I've seen them with my naked eye. It's not a fun thing to experience.
And the creepy thing is, we had the lights off because we were all going to head to bed,
Wow.
and this thing appeared in the darkness of the shadows.
Jeez.
I still don't know if it was a person, like the neighbor just passing by the window.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be creepy because it would be in the family's yard.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, to this day, I don't know what it is.
That's pretty wild.
I actually never knew about it. There was another time you told a story. I legit pissed myself because I was too scared to get out of the bed to go use the bathroom.
Wow. That's pretty scary.
But I was 7.
Yeah. That just reminded me, I don't know why, of that scene in Billy, or no, it was what was it, Billy Madison? Yeah, when he's like, "It's cool to pee in your pants." No, but yeah, no, that's super wild.
I never actually thought about it really. Also, when they posted a link to my channel, that's the original name I used when I made my YouTube account. I don't know why the link is still using the old one.
The old, what was the old name?
The original name was Eldest Son of the Fourth, which is an anime reference.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know why YouTube is using my original account, because I went from that to Saint to a Boss, which is basically what I used online as my identity.
Huh.
Google, well, yeah, because Google Plus controls YouTube.
Yeah.
I had it on Discord, Twitch, Twitter, and I started changing it.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's interesting why the YouTube would do that.
Yeah, I guess it's because I don't have enough subscribers to have a unique link.
Well, you must have set up the URL for your channel at one point, and it just saved it as that. See, I set my URL to say youtube.com/HSFL Paranormal. And no matter how many times I've like tweeted about it to YouTube, being like, "Hey, can you guys make this my permanent YouTube link?" They don't do it. I just have this long coded thing for my thing, but I do have a link with the URL that I can share, but it never made it a permanent link for my channel, which is weird. I don't understand it.
Yeah, it won't even let me do that because I don't have that option yet.
Oh. Huh. That's
Because
interesting.
I'm so low on the view sub count.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did something a while back that changed it so that you had to have X amount of subs to have a unique URL.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I think it's like I think it's 100 subscribers.
And I'm at just over 60. Hold on, let me go check real fast. This is a benefit of being on my computer. I can just open another tab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, close to halfway to 60. 60. And my goal is originally was less than a month ago I was at 22. Within a week I was at 50.
Wow.
And now I'm at 64.
It's pretty good. How long have you had this channel?
I can actually pull up when I originally made my account. Probably like 8-9 years ago.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Now, 8 years ago. November 28th, 2010.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, your name is Ghost Hunter. Do you do paranormal investigations?
Like my channel says, I'm a noob. I don't have the equipment. I'm more like what you are. I can feel things.
Uh-huh.
I just want to go to a location where it's known to be haunted. Know nothing. Go there blind.
Yeah.
So I can verify I actually have a gift.
Right. No, that'd be cool.
No outside interference. I just want to prove to myself that I actually am gifted and that's not just in my head.
Right. Like I can usually like, oh dude, I mean in my house I've been brought to tears on live stream. I'm super empathic. Like I can sense the emotional energy of the spirits. And the entity that was in my house used to bring me to tears on my live streams at points. It was such a strong and odd, like it was like such a powerful force that was in my house. And it a lot of the times it was hateful and it made me feel like shit in my own house. And it was scary. Like I was legitly frightened. I don't get frightened in the paranormal field all that often, but the thing that was in my house was truly evil. And I often feel the spirit of the lady who died in my house. Her energy is very insane and very crazy and sporadic, and it's high energy. And like I felt her running her hands through my hair, and I mean, I've experienced some weird stuff in the paranormal field.
It's possible that her energy may have attracted that darker energy.
Very could have, but I know for a fact that I brought that demonic spirit home with me from an investigation. It attached itself to me and then to my house because when I had finished that investigation and came home, like that night we smelled in the car the smell of rotting flesh. We all looked at each other like, okay, who brought this with us? We didn't know until I came home and like stuff was getting thrown off my shelves. There's like a little bit of poltergeist activity going on in my house. My TV would turn on by itself late at night.
And you're sure that you didn't have a timer to turn it on, right?
Oh yeah, no, there's no timer. And I couldn't explain how stuff was getting thrown off my refrigerator and like hitting the floor randomly. And I saw a dark shadow figure with glowing red eyes watching me while I slept.
Let me guess, from the closet?
No, it was literally standing over the side of my bed and it would scream.
That sounds like a twisted version of the Banshee.
Yeah, it was a dark shadow figure and it would like it started like whispers at night and it would be like, "Hey," like that, and like almost like a demonic kind of growling voice. And then it moved on to like screaming and like, I mean, there's it was insane, dude. And then like I saw this like 7 foot tall shadow figure looking down at me with no face, just it was like this black shadow with glowing red eyes.
Yeah,
And then that's when I started waking up with scratches across my wrists. My hand was bleeding. My pillow was soaked in blood from these claw marks in my hand. I still have the scar from it on my hand.
well, now that's a battle scar as an investigator.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Totally.
And that's your proof. If you run to someone and say, "Oh, you were just scratching yourself," show them the scar.
I'll show them the photo evidence that I got. Like it totally looked like claw marks, and my pillow was just had like a nice little soaked spot of blood on it.
Were the scratches in Panther 3?
No, see, that's often like a really big misconception. But it does happen. I've seen cases of it. Um, the one on my hand was a set of three, which was indicative of the demonic spirit in my house. But a lot of the scratches were these long single scratches. One was across my throat. I had like a double one on my wrist that was bleeding. I had a huge, what looked like a single like fingernail looked like it was run across my chest. I mean, it was pretty insane, man. And it didn't go away until I called the priest.
Yeah, that wouldn't go very well if I tried to do that in my town. The church, they don't like, if you bring it up, they'll exercise, they'll basically, you out.
Really?
If you were to talk about it. They don't like talking about it. A lot of towns in America, they don't like you talking about spirits whatsoever. Because they categorize that as if you can see spirits, then you may deal with the devil.
Yeah.
I personally don't think
No, I mean, there's 53 verses in the Bible that talk about paranormal and even exorcisms and stuff like that. So I don't know why they're scared. They should be teaching that stuff in school, in the Bible schools. The place I went to in Georgia, they taught about it in Bible school, about the paranormal and the relation to it in the Bible. Is that the word he means? Excommunicate? Um, I'm not sure. Uh, what happened? Chris, are you still here? Hello? Okay, guys. Chris, are you here with me? Okay. So Chris got disconnected. You can try again and call and see if it goes back. Oh yeah, kicking out of the religious community. Yeah, it's called excommunication. I don't understand why people have to be so messed up. Churches should definitely not be doing that. Here we go.
From
Chris the Ghost Hunter.
to accept.
Okay, Chris, you're back online.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it was strange. I'm not sure either.
I don't know if that was on my side or yours.
That was not on my side because it still said I was on a phone call with you when it disconnected you.
Yeah, because my Hangouts popped up and it didn't show that I was in a call.
Dude,
I
I
think it
just saw an
disconnected my
orb,
phone.
a black orb just fly around. That was not a bug. I swear to God, there was a black orb that just flew right through the top of my ceiling, and it went through a wall. Creepy. I'm
There's
so
another.
I'm so used to it now here in this house.
I have quite a few spirits around my house, but they just hang around. They're not evil or anything.
Nice.
From what I've picked up, they're Civil War soldiers.
Something just touched the blind cord? What? The blind cord behind me? I mean, it's moving a little bit. Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, it's moving. It just moved because I guess you bumped into it. Because I just saw it shake from the vibration.
What just bumped? Because my chair was actually not touching it at all.
I saw the blinds move and the cord move, like something bumped into it.
Oh.
Like when you move your chair, I guess the vibration might have moved it.
Huh, maybe. That's possible. I've had my blinds get pulled down by something that I couldn't see before. There's spiritual energy like crazy in this room because of what happened here. This is the room where the lady died in my house. They didn't find her body for like 8 days. She just sat here decomposing in the heat.
That's just sad.
Yeah, well, no, she had no family left. Her son died before she did, and she was schizophrenic,
That
and
might have been what drove her crazy.
she had a massive heart attack and died. Yeah, I think that's probably what drove her nuts.
Because she was alone.
She was lonely, but
She was
she was schizophrenic and she never took her medication. Supposedly, according to the landlord. They pretty much ripped this section out of the house and rebuilt it after that. They had to rip this whole room out and rebuild it because of what happened in here. Like it was bad. Like it actually like destroyed the floor all the way down to the subfloor. They had to have the crime scene cleaners clean it up. It was that bad.
Yeah, the thing about these spirits, these Civil War soldiers, they refer to me as Commander.
Commander.
Anytime they were talk to me or to a friend who's like us, but she's also a medium, they will always refer to me as Commander.
That's interesting.
What I think is they're connected to me from a past life. A Civil War soldier. I think that's what I was, and I might have been either the second command or in command of the Irish Brigade. The Irish Brigade actually had their own flag for the North.
Interesting.
And yeah,
because my mom's side, they were from West Virginia. There were two brothers. One went to fight for
North
the
and South.
yeah.
Right.
One went to the Ohio to fight. He was part of the Ohio infantry. The other brother went to Virginia and did the infantry in Virginia. Now, my dad's side was all Confederate. My dad's side was Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. My direct descendant family members were all from uh, Smithfield, North Carolina. What's that town? Goldsboro area of North Carolina, and that's where most of my family fought, was actually in the Battle of New Bern in North Carolina against the North.
The funny thing is, I've been through New Bern quite a few times when I was down there visiting my grandparents.
Oh, no kidding. Where are your grandparents at?
I think they're like 20 minutes outside of New Bern.
In Maysville?
Somewhere.
Maysville?
Their town is basically in the center of 3 military bases.
Oh, so they're north of, or they're in like the Jacksonville area.
Not exactly Jacksonville, but they're close to Jacksonville, I think.
Like Swansboro? Are they closer to the beach? Or more inland?
More inland, because when
they're probably in like Kenansville or Richlands or something.
When the hurricane hit, my grandparents actually headed further inland because that's how far the water went.
Oh yeah, no, it was no joke. I lived in Wilmington for a long time. Actually, I lived in Hampstead, just north of Wilmington, and it actually made landfall right over my neighborhood where I was living. It was bad.
I mean, the recent storm we had this past summer.
Yeah, you're talking about Hurricane Florence. Yeah, that hurricane went right over my neighborhood where I was living in North Carolina. I lived just south of Jacksonville for 4.5 years. I actually worked at Camp Lejeune.
Wait, isn't that one that forts down on the beach?
Yeah, Camp Lejeune. Camp Lejeune is pretty much on the beach.
And you can't go swimming because it's off limits.
Yeah.
But you can walk around.
Yeah.
Because there's bodies buried there.
Oh, really?
Also because they have an area fenced off for the birds to lay the eggs.
Oh, it's like a nest area.
Either for the birds or for the turtles. I can't remember. It's for some animal that lays the eggs there.
Yeah.
And they had it fenced off just to protect the eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Or rather, protect the animals from outside interference, I guess.
There's a little town north of Jacksonville called Hubert, North Carolina. And they...
I've heard that too. I think my grandparents actually live close to there.
Because it goes Jacksonville, Beaufort, it's Jacksonville, what's that town? Jesus. It's Jacksonville, Hubert, and then it goes like Swansboro and Beaufort and all the way up into like Carteret County. You have like Emerald Isle, areas like that, Swansboro. I mean, there's a whole bunch of little towns up there, and then you get into like Atlantic City, and then inland you have like Kenansville, you have Richlands, you have like Wallace and Burgaw, uh, areas like that. I'm trying. It's hard for me to remember all of those little towns, but a lot of them are pretty. There's certain towns there that are pretty desolate and really sketchy. But the coastal area of North Carolina is pretty safe.
I have family down there, other than my dad, my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
One of my cousins, he runs a pirate ghost float,
Oh wow.
and he gets into character, but he's a riot. He's also, he took a boat. He bought a boat from Disney. It was just a float. Had no motors, no nothing. He bought it, put two big, massive engines on it, and he can drift it sideways.
Wow, that's pretty wild.
And we go through the town of Beaufort, and I'm pretty sure that's where Blackbeard was executed.
Yeah, Blackbeard was well known in southeastern North Carolina. His name was actually Edward Teach.
Yeah. And when the British boarded his boat, his head was cut off. Supposedly, according to the story, at least according to the story they tell on the boat, his body swam around the boat, trying to reattach the head.
Really? That's pretty wild.
Yeah, but that's just like a story that's been passed down.
Right.
And the other guy, he's always in character. Never out of character.
Right.
If you took Jack Sparrow and put him on steroids and made him stay in character 24/7, that's basically who he is.
Yeah. He really wasn't. He got a really bad name. He had somewhat of a bad reputation, but he actually never killed anybody.
Actually, there is a story that he had taken a girl hostage, and she was like 16 to 18. He locked her in the dungeon of his house. That one of the kids that he took on as a deckhand fell in love with her and tried to help her escape, and he slit his throat. Spilled the blood on the stairs.
Crazy. Because I knew he used to like frequent southeastern North Carolina as like a place to kind of like pillage around. Trying to see all these. Sorry, I have like a lot of Facebook messages. Valerie Smith, thank you so much for posting this to Facebook. I really appreciate it.
There was another time I was downstairs just watching TV, and for whatever reason, I looked over to where the bathroom is, which is basically across from the basement door. The bathroom was wide open, and it was in the middle of the day, probably 2, 3 in the afternoon in the summer. I saw this black shadow dart from the door of the basement into the bathroom. I immediately got up and investigated, and there was nothing.
Wow.
It was a bright sunny day. Not a cloud in the sky. And it was out of the corner of my eye, but I could still see it directly.
Wow.
And my mother's seen stuff in the house. It also doesn't help that we have the ashes of one dog, my stepdad's dad, and the cat. And here's the really creepy thing. After my cat started getting this growth in her chin, I said to my mom, I give her max 2 months.
Right.
I was more or less right.
Right.
The cat was found dead in the basement.
Wow. That's so
Turns out
creepy.
it was cancer.
Wow.
Turns out it was cancer.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
And the cat was almost 13.
Well, at least the cat had a good life. Yeah.
And it also helped that the dogs kept her in shape. Between when my stepdad's dog Winston died, English bulldog. You could probably guess where the name was inspired from.
Right.
My stepdad's very British, but he was born and raised in Philly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, hey man, I appreciate you coming on and sharing your stories. I really appreciate it. I'm actually gonna be signing off. I just got really tired and I got off of work and came right on the live stream. So thank you. I appreciate it, man. I'd love to talk to you more about this in the future and maybe some other paranormal stories you might have. So just wanted to say thank you for coming on tonight and calling in, and I really appreciate it, man.
If you give me a second, I can check my schedule. I have my phone right next to me. I can see when I'm open on Saturday.
Yeah, it's not gonna be this Saturday. It's gonna be so many projects coming up. It's probably gonna be some Saturday, either the second or third Saturday in January, if I have an opening. I have a lot more people I need to get scheduled in. So I'll definitely hit you up for an interview in the future. So definitely keep up with you, and I'll definitely. Do you have me added on Twitter? That's how I do a lot of my texting. Hey, Creators Alliance, what's going on? Good to see you.
Let me just. Yeah, recently I changed my the public name that I have on Twitter is Christy Ghost Hunter, but the @1 is Saints for Boss 24 because I made my account when I was 24.
What is it, man? Sorry.
I can just copy it and post it.
Okay. Sounds good. What do you want me to say that Creators Alliance in that voice? Is that why you posted that? Oh my god. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Guys, I'm pretty much gonna sign off here in just about a minute. So sorry, Creators Alliance. I need a strapping young paper boat and some good news. There you go. I did it for you. Hey, Cardiac Tap fam, what's going on? 16 people watching. I really appreciate it, guys. Please smash that like button. Share this out. I really appreciate it, guys. Much love and light. Here, let's see. Here, give me your Twitter name one more time. Are you still there, Chris?
Yeah, it gave me an error when I tried to post a link, but
yes, it's because you're not modded.
I'll just put the name.
Yeah, just put the name. I've been watching the whole time. I know Cardiac Tap fam. Okay. Oh, Saints Robots is my. Are you the same person as Saints Robots 24 or Saints Robots on YouTube?
Yes, I changed my name, dude.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Yeah,
I've talked to you before on my stream. I think you were on another one of these. Yeah.
I was in a hangout call.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Now I got you. I got you on Twitter now. So I'll definitely connect with you, man, for sure. And I will talk to you soon.
All right.
All right. Take care, buddy.
You too.
All right. Peace out. So, guys, that was Chris the Ghost Hunter, formerly known as St. Rose Boss. Been practicing some impressions. Nice. Oh boy. Huh? No. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I'm kind of running low on energy. Lately, these streams I've been having a hard time staying on the entire 3 hours. It's just when I come home from work and I have to deal with live streaming so late, it just kicks my ass. So, love and light, everybody. Much love and peace and happiness. Cheers, everybody. Have a good night. Peace out. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3. Peace out, everybody. Take care. Keep it spooky, my friends.